Wars all began really when I was in my den one day reading Moby Dick, and I got a call from Richard Wagner, who wrote the script, and he'd written a movie called Baron von Sausage and the Fields of Brie. Yeah, we obviously had to change the title later on.
Well, in the script, Meat Wars is set in a land before time. Well, that really should be a land just after before time, because, you know, what the hell's before time? But there's a tribe of meat eaters and a tribe of vegans who are at war with each other. Richard actually got the idea when he saw two businessmen in a petrol station fighting over a hot dog. I believe it was a foot long. Anyway, going from the script to screen, we did a lot of work in pre-production. I mean, in creating a land just after before time, we had to come up with a lot of great ideas, and sadly, not all of them fit into the movie.
It was kismet, basically, Richard calling me up with his script, because I've always wanted to do a big budget musical, and this was my big chance. Well, here we are at the start of the movie, where we see the end of the movie. Well, it's over for you, General. It was very witty, I thought.
It's over for you for good!
Extraneous Moustache Productions was the first production house that we actually took it to, and the scope of the project was even too big for them, so they had to then go off and sell half of it to Made Up Studios, which from my end complicated it quite a lot. I think with all the extra people, there was 17 people called Mike. By the end of production, I was calling everyone Mike. In this scene, the Meat Warriors are being held back by the vegan tribe who they thought they could take.
The whole road ahead's lined with Brussels sprout mines, and I think they've got pedo gun sharpshooters in the trees.
Incoming! Down! Damn it! Where's O'Reilly?
He's down, sir. Took a spat of broccoli in the chest. Don't think he's going to make it.
Get those bastards!
6 weeks into production and the first week of shooting, we discovered that Michael Jansen couldn't actually sing. Apparently it was due to a phobia from his childhood, from when his dad used to beat him while singing the score from The Sound of Music. So we had to cut all of his singing lines. In this scene we're at the Meat Warriors headquarters, and they're just finding out about the mission.
Located here, here, and here. And we gotta hit them all. And we gotta hit them hard. And hopefully we'll be able to knock out their weapons production.
Yes, sir. Recon shows there's a beet plantation in that sector. It's their main source of ammunition.
Well, I originally wanted Ray Fiennes for the lead as Captain O'Reilly. And when I saw him on a bus 2 weeks into production, I thought it was a sign. So I tried to ask him, and he just kept telling me to go back to my seat, and this wasn't one of his stops. So I never got to ask him, but we went with Luke Allen, and yeah, I find if you actually squint while you watch the movie, you can kind of imagine Ray Fiennes there.
What about all those children in the villages, General?
Damn it, O'Reilly. You're not going all vegetable on me, are you?
Sir, no, sir. I'll be fine.
Alright. Let's get down to it.
In my original designs and concepts, I envisaged all the actual Meat Warriors running around on giant chickens. But I was told that they just don't exist. So someone came up with the idea of them all riding cows. I said giant cows, and they just said no, regular sized cows. But I suppose that makes more sense. Here we've jumped forward in time, or previously we were back in time. I'm not too sure how it should be spoken
Now
of.
tell me, where are your people positioned? And how did they know we were coming?
I will tell you nothing, you meat-eating dog.
Yeah, well, I originally wrote the character of Lieutenant Corpuscle as an Asian man. But after Gwei started showing interest in the role, I had to revise that. I mean, Gwei can play an African or an Indian, sure, but for some reason he just can't play an Asian. So I had to go back to the script, and I rewrote the character of General Gravy as an Asian. And in that respect, I think Jensen did a really good job.
Oh, you'll tell me everything. I'll see to that. Lieutenant, you know what to do.
No, I won't tell you anything. No!
Oh, you'll talk.
Yeah, it's funny that I've been told by a lot of people that if you play the movie and while listening to the sound from the movie Ghostbusters, they don't sync up at all in any significant way.
Alright. Now for the meat explosives to work, we're going to have to sneak in and place them underneath the fruit barn. It's not going to be easy, I'll grant you that. There's going to be a lot of veggies around, and I don't think they'll hesitate to use dairy.
I've cautioned the men about smelling the cheese, sir.
Good work, O'Reilly. We need more men like you.
Yeah, well, we shot the movie on 35mm. Never again. It took us a really long time in post-production to get that video look we were after.
Now this operation is serious. We're losing a lot of good men. We're losing the war. This has to succeed. We have to blow up that fruit barn.
Perhaps new sausage launchers or chains of battle, sir.
We can only hope, soldier. We can only hope.
Shall we break sausage before we leave, sir?
Yeah, good idea, O'Reilly.
Well, the project was really so vast with little capital invested that oftentimes we had second unit working on the same set as first.
I know in the end monologue there's a shot where you can actually see a vegan warrior in the background foraging for dirt. He's not supposed to be there. It's just lucky that he wasn't wearing a digital watch, because that would have totally shattered the illusion.
Did he talk, Lieutenant?
Well, the movie is being released in slightly different versions throughout the world. In the US, for example, I believe all the shots with Gwei in them are being removed, because just his image over there is considered pornographic.
Well, let's see how they handle a kilo of venison.
Sir!
That's an order, Lieutenant. Give every single man a kilo of venison and see who can't stomach it. I said now, Lieutenant. If I'm gonna die, I want to know who's gonna kill me.
You! I'm right here, General! Never saw it coming, did you?
How? Why?
Well, the original end monologue went for 17 minutes, which we showed to the studio, and they said it was way too long.
Quite simple, really, General. You see, my father was a meat eater.
People are always asking me why I don't use special effects, and I get pretty annoyed at that, because I don't think most people realize that Luke Allen is only 3 feet tall, and every time you see him, he's standing on milk crates. That's magic.
Someone had stuffed lentils into every orifice of his body.
Luke Allen had a voice coach in pre-production because we were thinking that his character could have been Celtic. But it turned out that the coach that we'd hired hadn't really studied the language. He just pieced it together from watching Rob Roy and Braveheart.
You were so caught up with politics that you never even saw it coming. Well, it's over for you, General. It's over for you for good.
And that they wanted us to go out and do a short version. Solely though, they didn't give us any more money, and as I'd already spent the remains of the budget on cream cheese, we didn't have many options. We had no set, no costume, and no camera at one point, and I also had an ingrown turnout, so it really wasn't looking up for us. And this is the scene with the new footage.
You! I'm right here, General! Never saw it coming, did you?
How? Why? I don't know. Something to do, I suppose.
They prophesized a man would come to rid us of the vegan scum. He would come armed with bags of meat. The vegetarians he would defeat. The warrior, the warrior, the warrior. Destroy them all.
Well, right now we're doing promotion for the film, and it's actually funny how much publicity we've received for the film due to the rumour that one of the actors died during the production. I'd just like to set everyone straight. No one died. That was integral to production. It was just, I believe, 2 gaffers and a grip, and their families.